Guess who is packing their bags and meeting me in New York now on Thursday? 2 guesses. Just the other person here. What do you think, Duran?
Yeah, we spoke this morning. Yeah, I guess I have to go to New York on Thursday morning, and Sarah always makes me live on the edge like this with last minute trips and last minute get-togethers and meetings and partnership meetings, which is always exciting.
Well, here's what's happening. We have a great relationship with Globe Newswire, and this really all started because we were a client of one of their competitors. And one day, one of their folks who I've known, their executives I've known for 15 years, called me and she was like, I want to show you how we're actually looking at what LLMs are doing with press releases on the wire. She gave me all this data and we dug in and we're like, whoa, it's where we discovered this is going to impact the entire PR industry really hard over, let's call it the next year, 18 months, maybe longer. I immediately canceled our old contract after consulting with Duran, and we switched to them. We are now like the golden children of Globe Newswire Notified because of how we're using their services and what we're doing. So they're hosting an event just with us, just with Zen Media. And that's why, Duran, I was like, you have to be there. Their CEO is going to be there. I was like, so ours does.
Yeah. So if you're in the New York area, you might want to RSVP. If you would love to show up, I don't know how many people, Sarah, but I think right now 55 people. How many people RSVP?
We have 12 spots left, and it's only because of fire code in New York. The room only holds 60. I'm totally cool doing a meetup after the event, keeping things going. But right now it's capped at 60, and the invite list is awesome because it's people who are truly interested in modern day communications and want to talk about it. And I think from our conversation this morning, we are going to give them a pretty cool offer too. Like our number one offer, we're going to make accessible for other people to use in a white label capacity, which I think will resonate really well.
Yeah. It's definitely very exciting. So you'll fly there tomorrow. I'll fly there Thursday morning. The event is on Thursday at 5 p.m.
Yep.
All exciting stuff. The last time I was in New York was like a decade ago, like 9-10 years ago. It's been a while.
I used to go every quarter. You don't even know this, but back in the day, I always feel like I'm from Zoolander, where I say I invented the piano key necktie. But back in the day, I invented the first industry chat on Twitter. Do you remember when there used to be trending topics of industry chats?
Yeah.
So it was called Journ Chat, and it was journalists and PR people. And one day NBC News called me and they were like, do you want to come host a live? This was before there was live streams and live shows. They're like, do you want to just come to NBC and host it here? I was like, yes, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
But flew to New York. We did it. And I got to sneak on the Saturday Night Live set. And I got to do all these cool things. And we launched it there. And then CNN called. I'm like, will you come do it here? I was like, absolutely. And then Gary Vee called. And he's like, will you come do one with me? And we did this crazy tour. And I'm not just saying that for no reason. It's starting with why I used to go to New York a lot. But you and I have been doing this stuff for so long. It doesn't matter the technology. Now we have AI, and it's the same thing. There's a company, come to New York. Let's talk about it here. And the same thing's starting to happen again.
Yeah. It's all good. And that brings out this topic that I had been discussing with a few people, which is building in public. So Sarah, you and I, we're operators, right? I would even say we're inventors. We've been working quietly behind the shadows, for the past 12 months.
Quietly.
On the technology side of it, right? Like we talk about it, and yeah, you do more LinkedIn posts than, you're more active than I am, definitely. But let's talk about this building in public thing in this new era, right? And I had a few conversations with friends and with business associates, and I want your opinion on this. Is that a must now for people who are building? Let's talk about the difference between building in public versus just hiding in the shadows, putting in 10-12 hours a day and just grinding. Why is building in public so important now?
So I think we had an era, right, where startup founders used to say, I'm going to build in public so I can get traction. And they would do that on Product Hunt with community. And it does happen. And I think it was great for that. And then people said, oh, building in public doesn't matter anymore. But it does matter in a new way. Part of it is because you put your stake in the ground on a topic or a niche or something, and you start to grow your own authority and visibility around that. And what do LLMs love? Subject matter experts who have authority and awareness. So it's not even just about building the product and getting that awareness. It's about your authority and stake in the ground. That's one side of it. But then you can talk about it, Duran, from why it matters from how you promote it and how you grow a business around it.
Yeah. So the reason that I would say if you're building anything, like the industry doesn't matter. You could be in construction. I have a really close friend here in South Florida. His TikTok is blowing up, and he's a contractor that just builds houses and commercial properties. But he talks about everything: the planning, the piping, like why this is important, why hurricane shutters are important, and he's getting crazy traction. And what you said is absolutely accurate. The signals to AI models and search engines now are all AI models, whether we like it or not. It's the best way. Building in public is the best way to show overabundance of proof that you're in that industry, you're active. And if take two examples, one agency or one individual is just behind the scenes and blah blah blah, or just go Google Sarah's name and last name or Google my name and last name. You're going to see like videos, case studies, LinkedIn lives, Instagram, Twitter, and you're just active. And that's a huge signal for LLMs, for the AI models, that you are a subject matter expert and that you are in this industry. So I think for any founder, I think it's non-negotiable now.
I want to show something it's a nice preview. I'm speaking at the PR Daily conference during New York Tech Week. And I'm talking to PR people, comms people, CMOs. This is something that's really important. And it gets at not just building in public, but why. And it's because of how people are using LLMs. So this is my side where I'm talking about, think about how two different personas, someone who's a VP of operations, someone who's a director of investor relations, they might ask the same prompt, ask a question, a statement, a task, and they're going to get different responses because their AI knows them. And when you start to build in public and Duran, you're always good at this, you'll say, Sarah, go talk about this 20 different ways on LinkedIn or 20 different ways in your columns and articles. I'm writing for all these different personas and all the different ways someone might be thinking about something so that when they prompt it, it feeds them the information that they need, the way they need it and in the capacity that they need it. So when you build in public, you're also building for every single persona, every ICP that you want to reach, and in the way that they might need to find you when they're ready to make a decision.
Yeah. And most people really, it's so straightforward, and most people don't seem to just grasp that. Like, okay, average user, doesn't matter B2B, B2C, needs 26 brand touch points to do business with you. Okay. Then with those 26 touch points, you need to address the 5 levels of awareness stages in marketing, right? They might be unaware, they might be problem aware, solution aware, product aware, most aware, the 5 different stages. So if you have one product, one service, you need to give people ideally 26 different perspectives to that product or service. And building in public allows you to do that in an organic fashion. Like right now I'm talking, this is not scripted. And when we have these morning 6 MOA sessions, we pitch, but it's not like, hey, I'm selling this. It's like, look, we're excited about this. This works. Like, you need to check it out. We haven't given an offer. We haven't given a discount code. We haven't said, go buy this. This is how much money. Like, building in public gives you that authority without actually selling. Everybody knows this. People love to buy, but nobody wants to be sold to. And yes, it's the perfect combination of that when you're building in public. I think that's why it's extremely essential for people to do this in this day and age. And, we practice what we preach.
And we know that personal brands on LinkedIn have huge impact, both in LinkedIn itself. It's a huge opportunity for sales and reach. It also is highly ingested, usable, and cited by LLMs. You just have to accept the grind with LinkedIn in particular. I mean, I post a lot there, right? Yesterday I had a post that was super viral, only because I was hitting a pain point. It was something that was personal to me. It wasn't part of my regularly scheduled program. But because of that, Duran, we had several leads that came in because of it. So these people have been following my content for a long time. I said something that super resonated with them, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to actually take action on this right now. But I didn't sell them anything in that post. I've been, I guess, passively or quietly selling all along, but it took something like that as the catalyst to get them to take action. I have DMs coming in nonstop right now because of this, by the way.
Yeah. And I think this is so easy for people to do. I think this is just the prediction that I have. I think people who are not live speaking in front of camera on YouTube are going to have a more difficult time getting business. This is just the prediction I have for the. First of all, you're not really, your stuff is not really up to date. And second of all, like, just look at this for a second. This is Sarah Evans. You have the Instagram, the LinkedIn, like right there, 7,400, 34,000 LinkedIn, then Sevens PR, then, every single social media, then Zen Media, Substack. It's all there and it's all updated. Look, 11 minutes ago, crazy Sarah Evans, tweets. Like, it's just, and this is it. These are the signals, right? The up-to-date signals. And similar thing. I think everybody who is a professional needs this. Same thing with me. I don't, I'm not as popular as Sarah is on LinkedIn or Instagram, but it's all there. Like, Twitter is there. It's all updated. And here are my YouTube shorts that are literally from like yesterday and today. Like, it's instant now. And this is because of AI. A lot of people don't know this. They're like, algorithm, right? Algorithm is AI. So if you don't have a YouTube build, it doesn't matter if you're a PR manager or a PR director or a marketing specialist. Like, it takes 5 seconds. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be anything. Put the camera, set up the camera, give your opinion. If you're a salesperson, I know a lot of salespeople that have like hundreds of thousands of followers. They just literally record their sales calls and they take snippets from it. So that's what we mean building in public. You don't have to really create a technology. You can just document what you do on a daily basis. I think it has huge implications for professionals. This is just my opinion.
And I will tell you, from the prescriptive side of things, recency is really important. We have a framework that we work from. Globe Newswire team created a great one called SOAR, just for press releases themselves. But somebody posted on my comment yesterday, I have to give her credit and I can't think of her name. I was talking about niche publications, trade pubs, newsletters, how people should stop worrying about the quantity of subscribers and number of views to decide whether or not they want to interview, but the topical association of those outlets. So she said something about the riches and the niches or something. So I was like, I'm taking that, putting it on a t-shirt, but I'm pulling it in this presentation because it's two things. It's the niche type of content you talk about and how often you talk about it. Now, algorithms might ding you if you're posting things every 10 minutes because you're using AI slop and pushing it out like crazy. But when you're thoughtful, you've got your editorial cadence, and you're not just doing a major campaign or push every other month or every quarter, because that's really not going to do anything for you. My goal is to publish every day. And for our brands, I would love it if they could publish every week, but it's just not possible. And by publish, I'm not talking about owned content. We've got like a quadruple threat in the PR industry right now: owned, earned, social, review sites. I mean, it's changing where we have to be.
Yeah. And really quickly, this is the incognito view of GPT. I will show you two things, which is very interesting. How active is Sarah Evans in PR?
Oh, what does it say?
Okay, this is GPT. She founded Sevens PR late 2024. Sevens was acquired by Zen Media. She's also continued to appear in industry interviews in terms of industry influence, blah, blah, blah. So it's all there. Similar thing. How active is Duran? So my background is in e-commerce. Say fairly active, leads Optimum 7, publishes steady stream of long-form e-commerce content and strategy articles. And that's it. He's shown up in podcasts. He's spoken at these conferences. Like this is the overabundance of proof that we talk about. That you need with AI, regardless of where you're advertising. But there was something more interesting here, which this is the first time I'm seeing this. Check out this ad, Sarah.
No way.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yes, way.
There it is.
Ad Toro, proven web dev and digital agency. So AI knows I lead an agency, an e-commerce development shop, and is like, hey, just in case you don't like Duran, here's Ad Toro. So what do you think people would do if there was anything negative here? They'd be like, GPT is suggesting this. Let me see. I'll send you the screenshot of this, Sarah.
Dang.
So listen, this is whether we like it or not, this is what's going to happen. People are going to ask specifically about you to AI. And AI is going to be like, I don't know about that guy, but check out this guy.
And it's already happening. I mean, think about HR departments. Think about analysts. Think about reporters. They're doing due diligence through LLMs. It's not just us asking about ourselves. We're just giving you an example because we don't care if we use ourselves as a case study. I'm not going to call someone else out. But it impacts everyone.
Yep. Look, while you're seeing this ad matched one or more topics in your current chat. Let's do learn more. I always like to get deeper. Ads in GPT. Why are you seeing ads? Who's going to see ads? Blah, blah, blah. Right? And then if you want to go, so how do I go ad free? Oh, yeah, you're ad free when you pay. And 89% of users on ChatGPT are not paid. So, and if there's a way for you to show up in these ads, absolutely. Like this is it. This is the context. As a matter of fact, I forecast that these ads on AI are going to perform at least 2x the regular ads on Google, because it's within the context. Anyway, so what else? What else did we not cover on this one, Sarah?
I think this is great. I mean, if you live in the New York area, just DM me, message me on LinkedIn. I'll give you the RSVP link. Come meet Duran and I. We would love to see you. We'll be back for New York Tech Week, but I'm really excited to do this with the Notified team. That means you probably won't get 6 MOA while we're in transit, but we'll have lots to share from the ground floor. I know I'm meeting up with Amanda Coffey, who is one of my favorites in the PR space. We're going to film some content for you all. And oh, you know what? One thing I am going to push one thing, Drum, because I believe in this so much. Our current AI accelerator trial. Just go check out the site. I'm super excited about it. We've got hundreds of proof of concepts. I think people are crazy if they don't take us up on it. And
yeah. I mean, there's nothing. Let's quickly mention that there's nothing like this in the market right now. Why, Sarah? Because what does it do? I think you should really quickly, within 60 seconds, tell us why this is important. Not because you built it, but like what? Because you know the entire industry.
It is prompt data. It's things that your customers could be looking for. 2 pieces of content that impact 70 plus branded AI citations. So when you show up as an answer, it determines what AI says about you to the people who are looking for you. And over time, when you keep repeat doing this, you start to get LLM traffic and you start to get sales deals because of it. We are seeing it across the board.
Yeah. And it's again, no obligation. And this is probably the only time you'll see a money back guarantee on anything that has to do with media, PR, AI visibility. So what you're going to see at the end is you're going to see a report like this. It's going to tell you how many non-branded AI citations and prompts you show up for, and it will break it down per LLM. And you can literally see, like, here are all the buyer intent prompts that this specific client showed up for. And that's not even all of it, you can go into this prompt, which says, which tools provide revenue range and employee count data for private companies? And here, what you can do, again, is you can go in and you can see, okay, on Claude, I am mentioned here as number 6, and here is why I'm mentioned here because of this specific Gen AI notice or this specific Anchor article. Like nothing like this exists in any tool that you're ever going to check. And again, we're so convinced, we're so confident that you will get 75 citations. We offer money back.
I mean, Duran, there's one other thing, because we built this and you're so close to it. The report that you just shared has never existed in the entirety of the PR industry. We're actually looking at this from another angle. After something goes live, based on proof points, based on what we know to be true, you're showing what happens after something goes live. PR industry's never had that. All we had were metrics. Here's what we think the reach is. Here's what we think the impressions are, etc. This is like, here's what happened because of this, and now you can get smarter and do more things because of it. So it's really deep.
Yeah, and we're probably only talking about 10% of it. There's so much here. Who is being cited? Why are they being cited? What does the list look like? The content, we give you 20 content ideas based on these 1,000 prompts that we ran. How many places you got mentioned in? Why is this important? And again, you can dig as deep as you want. Who's dominating the space? What does the buying cycle look like? Like, it just has some insane information. And I'll end with this. The biggest challenge in business right now, when it comes to AI, it doesn't matter what kind of organization you are, everybody and their mothers are giving you a report and analysis. Nobody's giving you decision-making triggers. And that's the primary thing that we're focusing on. Everybody can do analysis right away. You go to Cloud Code, it will do an analysis for you in 60 seconds. But decision-making based on data, nobody's doing this. And that's our job. That's what we're focusing on. AI perception and decision-making engines. Like, how can I tell you what to do next that's going to allow you to win? And this is it. Just check it out. Again, nothing like it. If you have any comments, any feedback, we'd love to hear from you. And we will speak to you on Monday, I guess, right? Monday,
yeah,
we're back?
We'll be back. And Susie, can't wait to see you in person in New York. Thanks, everyone, for listening. See you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.